what evil lurks in the hearts of men. The shadow knows.
Broadcasting from the radio studios of the Platinum Point Yacht Club, the PPYC players present The Shadow, a man of mystery who strikes terror into the very souls of evildoers, a student of science and master of other people's mind, who devotes his life to right and wrong, solving crime, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Lamont Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard, as haunting the superstitious minds as a ghost, as inevitable as a guilty conscience. With his friend and constant companion, the lovely Margot Lane, the Shadow meets up with danger tonight when the ghost walks again. Night, peaceful night, has fallen on a small New England town. As the village clock strikes the hour of 9, we hear the footsteps of a couple from the town heading toward a village meeting, taking a shortcut through an ancient graveyard. When, suddenly...
Sam!
Yes?
Sam, look! Up there by the big oak. Isn't that a freshly dug grave?
Well now, it certainly looks like one.
Odd. That section's been closed off. There's been no burials there in over 200 years.
We'd better take a look up there.
Hold the lantern higher, Sam. That's it.
Say, that's the grave of Sir Roger Mathis. Now, who could have done this?
I don't know, but it's a terrible trick. Desecrating a 200-year-old grave? The grave of the first governor of our colony? Whoever the meddler was should...
No meddler desecrated this grave.
Who was that?
Sam, look! Look at that man! He's walking towards us.
His clothes. They're all covered with dust and so old. Knee breeches, powdered wig, Puritan hat.
Sam, look at his face. Look at his face. It's like a death mask.
It looks like the old pictures of Sir Roger.
I am Sir Roger. I have returned from the dead.
No, this is a joke.
I do not jest. I have returned to save thee and thy village from its sinful ways.
It can't be. It can't be.
Silence! If either of thee utters a single word, I shall run thee through with my sword.
What shall we do, Sam?
Thou shalt do as I command. The will of Sir Roger Mathis is law. To break it means death. Death. Dost thou hear? Death.
Quiet, townspeople, gentlemen and ladies. The issue that brings us here tonight is this old meeting place. As you all know, this building was erected in 1712 by the first governor of this colony, Sir Roger Mathis. And as you also all know, nothing has been disturbed within these walls since that day. The furniture, the paintings, even the ancient punishment stocks and torture presses are all in their original places. Now, some members have proposed that this hall, which has always been a private gathering place for the descendants of the first settlers of the village, be open to the public as a museum, and an admission price be charged.
That proposition is an outrage.
Please, Mr. Crossman.
It's an outrage, I say. Thou art violating the very laws passed down to us by our founder, Sir Roger Mathis.
Silas, you can talk later on.
I shall talk now. Someone, please go into the museum and fetch the original ruling written in Sir Roger's own hand.
I'll go. Hopefully it will stop this bickering.
Thank you, Harmonia. The sooner we get this argument over with, the better. We have important town business to discuss. This proposition may be a boon to our economy.
I shall read to thee his documents. In it he says that only the family...
No, oh no!
What is it, Harmonia?
In the press, the ancient torture press, there are 2 bodies.
What?
It's Sam and Grace Merrill. They've been crushed to death.
Merciful saints!
Looks like they're clutching something in their hands, both of them.
See what it is, Harmonia. Who could have done such a thing?
Why, I only saw them an hour ago.
Here you are, Mrs. Stebbins. It looks like 2 pieces of old parchment.
Yes, that's what it is.
What's that writing? What does it say?
Oh, this cannot be.
Well, what is it?
These are 2 ancient death warrants signed by Sir Roger Mathis.
I hope the state troopers come, Mrs. Stebbins.
They'll be here soon, Harmonia.
I don't like being alone in this old place.
Someone has to stay here in the hall with the bodies until the police arrive.
You know it's scary in here.
What is there to be afraid of?
What is there to be afraid of? Tell me, who killed Sam and Grace? Why were they killed?
Well, Harmonia, I don't know.
Well, I know why. They were for opening this place against the original wishes of Sir Roger. I just know he had something to do with their death. I've just got a feeling.
Now you stop talking nonsense.
He was a stern old Puritan, Sir Roger was. I read all about him and them that disobeyed his wishes. Did you hear that?
Yes, it was just a door.
Footsteps coming into the hall.
Now see here, Harmonia, if you're going to act like a fool...
Look, see the ancient clothes, the Puritan hat, that face, like a face from the grave. It's Sir Roger.
It does look like him.
He's coming toward us. I can't stand it. I'm getting out of here.
Now come back here, Harmonia.
Oh, no.
Come back here.
No.
Harmonia! Harmonia! Harmonia, you shouldn't have done it. A fool thing like that.
Have been left alone, Mrs. Stebbins.
You can't frighten me. Who are you?
I am the ghost of Sir Roger Mathis.
Now you keep away from me.
Thou hast broken the laws that I have handed down to thee. Thou hast suggested opening the meeting hall to the public, and for that thou must pay.
No!
Must pay.
Keep away!
Must pay for thy sins.
No, no, no!
Yes, yes. Who is it?
It's me, Harmonia. I have to see you at once, Chaplain.
What is it? What's wrong?
Sir Roger, the ghost of Sir Roger. Mrs. Stebbins and I just saw him at the meeting hall.
Now, take it easy, Harmonia. Where is Mrs. Stebbins?
She's still at the meeting hall. She's alone with that ghost. Please, come with me at once. Right in here, sir.
Hold that lantern steady, Harmonia. I can't see a thing.
Where is she? What's happened to her?
Now, I'm sure she's all right. Now, we'll just have a look around here. Harmonia! Harmonia! Look! Look there by the speaker's podium.
Mrs. Stebbins! Her head! Her arms! They're locked in the ancient punishment stock.
Yes, Mrs. Stebbins! Mrs. Stebbins!
Her head! It's twisted so strange. Is she...
Mrs. Stebbins is dead. Harmonia. She's been strangled.
No, what have I done? I left her all alone with the ghost. I left her all alone.
Look there in her hand. She's clutching a piece of parchment.
Is it the same as the others?
Yes, another death warrant, signed by Sir Roger Mathis.
And that was the night the whole thing started, Mr. Cranston.
Oh, that's so gruesome, Lamont.
Indeed, Margot. Sheriff, have the state police uncovered anything?
Nope. They're as baffled as we are, sir. That's why I took the liberty of sending word to you like I did.
Has the ghost of Sir Roger been seen since that incident?
Yes, Miss Lane, many times. And there have been others that have died by his hand.
How many others?
3. One was found in the stocks. Another hanging from the tree that was used for just that purpose in the olden days. A third was tied to the ancient ducking stool. We found him in the river, drowned.
And were each of these victims clutching a death warrant when they were discovered?
Yes, same way.
Have there been any clues at all? Any one thing that would link these crimes together?
Well, everyone who died was in favor of opening the old meeting place to the public.
I see.
But that only strengthens people's belief in the ghost of Sir Roger. They say this is his vengeance for their proposing such a move.
Aside from the ghost of Sir Roger, who else is opposed to the opening of the meeting place?
Quite a few would vote that way. The leader of the faction is old Silas Crossman.
Was he present that first night when the bodies were found?
Yes, yes, he was. Oh, but you can't suspect him, Mr. Cranston. Old Silas is one of our leading citizens. His family was one of the founders of the village.
I see. You never even questioned him then.
Oh, no. No, I haven't.
Well, tell me, Sheriff, this ghost of Sir Roger, just where has he been seen? When have these appearances been made?
He's always been seen in the old meeting hall, usually at the hour of midnight.
Can it be arranged for us to get into the hall at that hour, Sheriff,
Why, certainly.
without anyone in the village knowing that we're there?
Yep.
Very well. We shall seek out the ghost of Sir Roger Mathis tonight.
Lamont, I don't think the ghost is going to appear.
The evening isn't over yet, Margot. Not frightened, are you?
No, no, of course not. I mean, well, not very.
Listen, midnight, the hour for the ghost to appear.
You don't think he's coming?
Well, suppose we find that out right now. Sir Roger! Sir Roger! If you are within the sound of my voice, I defy you to show yourself.
No one answers.
Give him time, Margot. Give him a chance to...
Lamont, listen!
That did it. He's heard me. He's coming. Give me that flashlight, Margot.
Here.
Is that you, Sir Roger?
Who hath called to me? Speak up! Who hath summoned Sir Roger Mathis?
It is Sir Roger.
I warn thee, silence will bring destruction upon thee. Who called out my name?
I did, Sir Roger.
Look there, Lamont. Oh, that face. Look at that face. It's not human.
Why art thou here? We've heard a lot about you, Sir Roger, and the fear you've created in this village. We don't share that fear. That's why we're here.
Thou art fools! The fate of the others will be thy fate as well.
We're chancing that. So come ahead, bring your destruction, Sir Mathis. I am most curious to learn your powers.
I select the time for my revenge.
Oh, I see. Then you're not going to harm us tonight. Is that it? Very well. If you won't come to us, then we shall come to you.
Stay where thou art. I warn thee.
Come on, Margot. We're going up to meet Sir Roger right now. Hurry, Margot, up these stairs. Well, Sir Roger, he's gone.
But where?
I have chosen not to meet thee at this moment.
Where is that voice coming from?
Thou both should listen to me, both of thee.
He must have gone through a secret panel.
Thou hast defied the laws of Sir Roger Mathis, and by my sword thou shalt die for it.
The next morning, Lamont Cranston and the lovely Margot Lang returned to the town meeting place to try to discover the origin of their mysterious visitor of the previous night.
The hall certainly looks different in the daylight, eh, Margot?
Sure does. Did you say anything to the sheriff about last night's encounter, Lamont?
No, I thought it best not to mention it to anyone for the present. We do know now, though, that Sir Roger proved himself to be a very human ghost.
Yes.
But who is he, and what his motives might be still remain to be discovered.
And how he got away.
Yes, that's what we must find out right now. We're looking for a secret panel, I think. You start at this end, Margot, and I'll look down by the speaker's stand. If you find anything suspicious, call me.
Well, this panel seems solid enough. No sign of any...
Good morning.
Oh!
So sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you.
Oh, it's quite all right. I just didn't hear you coming.
Yes, well, I'm Edward Darrell.
And I'm Lamont Cranston, and this is my companion, Margot Lane. Yeah.
Well, hello. Nice to meet you both. The sheriff tells me you've been trying to track down our elusive ghost. I'll be relieved if you succeed.
Why is that?
Well, I'm more or less the leader of the group who wish to open this meeting hall to the public, and most of the rest of the group has met death at the hands of the ghost.
Oh, and you feel you might be next?
Oh, yes, sir, I do.
Have there been any attempts on your life?
No, not yet. Knock on wood. Although my dear uncle probably wishes there had been.
Your uncle?
Silas Crossman. He heads the opposition group. He's pretty sore at me, I guess for disgracing the family name by fostering this move to open the meeting hall.
I see.
So have you discovered any clues to the killings yet?
Not yet. We were just looking around in here. Having heard of the ghost and knowing that all good ghosts use secret passageways and such, we hoped we might stumble on one.
Say, that's an idea. Perhaps I can help you.
How?
Well, I'm to be in charge of the restoration work in this hall, if it ever is open to the public, and I have a sheaf of the original plans of the building at home.
Oh, really? Could we see them?
Surely. I'll take them out to you this evening if you wish.
Well, we'd appreciate that. Where should we meet you?
Oh, back here at the meeting hall. Well, I'd best be getting along. Oh, by the way, I trust no word of this will get back to my Uncle Silas. He might, well...
We shan't mention it to anyone.
Thank you. Well, until tonight.
Margot, I think it's time we investigated Mr. Silas Crossman. I'm going to play a call to him right now as the Shadow.
What was that?
Sorry to interrupt your letter writing, Mr. Crossman.
Who are ye? Where does that voice come from?
I am right beside you, Silas Crossman. Don't trouble yourself to look for me. No human eyes have ever seen me. I am called the Shadow.
What brings thee into my house?
I'm here in search of a ghost. Silas Crossman, the ghost of Sir Roger Mathis. And I believe you know all about him.
I know no more than any of the others.
Why are you opposed to the opening of the old meeting hall?
Because the hall doth belong only to those of this village. For hundreds of years, it has always been that way. They shall not desecrate an ancient tradition.
Do you realize that those are the same words used by the ghost of Sir Roger Mathis?
I am aware of that.
People aren't going to continue to believe that a ghost did the killings in this village. Soon they will know that a human hand has caused these deaths. And when they do, Silas Crossman, their suspicions will fall on you.
Why? Why me?
Because of your behavior. The way you live in this house, surrounded by the relics of the past. You still write with an ancient quill. In your speech, you use the antiquated thee and thou, just as the ghost of Sir Roger does.
That proves nothing.
You're wrong. That evidence alone would be enough to convict you in a court of law. Now tell me, what do you know about these killings?
Nothing. I know nothing about them.
Very well, I've given your chance. Let me warn you, Silas Crossman, there is no escaping justice. If you are the killer, believe me, you will pay for your crimes.
Lamont, do you think Mr. Darrell will keep his word?
I believe so, Margot.
Good. I shouldn't like to spend many more nights in this eerie old hall.
Well, if everything works out as...
Listen. Could it be Sir Roger again?
We'll soon find out.
Hello there. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Darrow. You gave us quite a scare.
Sorry. That seems to be a habit with me, doesn't it?
Did you bring the plans?
Yes, 2 sets. Here, take one.
Thank you. I think we'd better go right to work. We can each start at one end of the wall, Mr. Darrow.
Well, what about me?
Oh, Miss Lane, perhaps you could stay with me. You see, my eyesight is rather poor, and in this dim light,
All right. I'll go with you, Mr. Darrow.
Thank you. Here are the plans, and here is my flashlight, Miss Lane.
Call out to me if you find anything.
Yes, we will.
We can start right here, Miss Lane. Do the plans indicate anything for this section?
Well, there does seem to be one thing here that might mean something, right? About here, Mr. Darrow. Look, this panel here on the wall. It moves.
Why, so it does.
I'll see if I can get a hold of it. There. Why, the panel's opening. We must call Lamont. Look.
Shut up!
You let me go.
Shut up! If you're so anxious to meet Sir Roger, suppose I take you to see him right now.
Let me go. Lamont! Lamont, help me!
In you go.
Where have you taken me?
We're in a secret compartment. A cellar beneath the meeting hall. This place is only known to me.
Let me out of here!
Cry out louder if you wish. No one will hear. These walls were made especially thick to muffle sound. They had a purpose in building them that way, even in the olden days.
What do you mean?
This room, which I discovered through the plans, was an ancient torture chamber.
Oh.
Torture chamber? Yes. Look about you. See the press? The spike-studded pit?
Oh, no!
Excellent for entertaining, don't you think?
Then it was you who has been impersonating Sir Roger.
Yes, correct.
But why did you bring me here?
Which you'll learn presently, my dear. See the fire I have started in this forge? I placed a branding iron in there, and soon that iron will be white hot.
Why are you doing this?
In the days of the Puritans, they had a very satisfactory method for dealing with meddlers. They branded them upon the forehead.
No! No!
Soon, young lady, soon you shall feel the searing agony of that branding iron biting into your flesh.
You're mad! Mad!
You won't feel the pain too long. Oh, no, no. You see, after the branding, I have another treat for you. The press, the torture press.
Let me out of here! No!
Prepare yourself. The branding iron is glowing now. It's ready to use.
You can't do this! Please!
Yes, prepare yourself, Miss Lane. I have the iron ready now.
Keep it away from me! Keep it away!
Drop that iron, Mr. Darrow.
Who was that?
Release the girl.
No, let go of my arm. Let me finish my work.
There, your work is finished, Mr. Darrow.
Who are you?
I am the Shadow.
I've heard of you.
Then you know too that I'm here to put an end to your career of torture and murder.
Oh, and how do you propose to do that, Mr. Shadow?
By turning you over to the police.
The police will never get me.
We shall see. Why did you do it? Why did you kill those poor people?
Because of my uncle, Silas Crossman. I hate him. Him and all that he stands for. But now I've had my revenge, haven't I? He will be blamed, you see. He will be held responsible for the murders.
What makes you think that?
Because none of us are leaving this building alive.
You're wrong, Mr. Darrow.
You'll see. You'll see.
Look out! He's tipping over the fire in the forge.
Don't do that, Darrow.
It's done now, Shadow. Look, the flames are already licking up the walls. This old hall is a tinderbox. It'll burn to a tinder in no time.
The fire's catching all over the room.
What are you going to do now, Shadow?
Margot, you need to get out of there. Go through that door at the end of the room. If you can get upstairs, you have a chance to escape. Hurry! I'll keep him away from you. Hurry, Margot, hurry! Hold on to my hand, Margot.
The smoke, Lamont. I can't see.
We've got to keep going. We're upstairs now. We're nearing the doors.
Lamont, the smoke.
Margot! Margot!
Oh.
I'll carry you. We haven't far to go. Only have to make it to the door. The door. Wait. Wait. This is it. I found the door. Margot, we've made it. How do you feel, Margot?
Better, thank you.
Oh, good. Take a look at that building. It's a mass of flames.
Yes, we got out just in time. Any sign of Darrow?
No, and there's no hope for him now, I guess. He must be dead.
Look! Look!
Up in the belfry. There's someone standing. Up there.
Lamont, it's Darrow.
Yes, look at him. He's waving his arms. He seems to be shouting something to the crowd.
Fools! You're all fools!
Lamont, he's going to jump.
Turn your head, Margot. I just left the police, Margot. They've searched young Darrow's house.
Did they learn anything?
Yes, among other things, they found the costume he wore for his ghostly impersonations.
Why did he ever do it, Lamont?
Well, they found his diary among his effects. That told the real story, Margot.
Well, what was it?
Well, the young man was most anxious to inherit his uncle's fortune. So he devised the first murder to throw suspicions on the old man, hoping that he would be blamed for it and possibly executed for the crime.
Oh, I see.
He certainly didn't have a very balanced mind to begin with, and after his first killing, he just went berserk with a lust for murder. That proved his downfall.
Well, at least one good thing has come out of this, Lamont.
What's that?
Well, the town will no longer be divided over the meeting hall because there just isn't any more hall.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have enjoyed our old-time radio production. Our cast and production crew are as follows. Narrator, Scott K. Shadow voice, Jeff H. Grace, Lori B. Sam, Gene L. Sir Roger Mathis, Tom F. Mrs. Stebbins, Anna Marie K. Silas, Gene L. Harmonia, Joan F. Sheriff, Tom B. Margot, Kathy B. Lamont Cranston, Jeff H. Chaplain, Lucas H. Edward Darrow, Tom F. Understudy, Ruth L. And the production crew, sound editors, Jeff H. and Lucas H. Special effects, Jeff H. and Tina H. Directed and produced by Tina H. Till next time, this is the Platinum Point Yacht Club radio station, signing off.